Hey everybody, welcome back to Gumbodia. In the last episode, we went exploring and we found a cave spider spawner. So since it's an early game and I don't have a good source of XP, I'm going to turn this cave spider spawner into an XP grinder. There are actually two cave spider spawners, so it's going to be a double, so stay tuned. Let's go down and take a look. I've set up an enchanting area and another portal. I got a couple tools and max level enchants from mining quartz in the nether, but that's kind of hard to do and tedious. One of the things I gotta do is put a more direct route in to this place, so I'm gonna put in one of those elevators, kind of like Impulse did in Hermitcraft 6 just a couple days ago. I like that. So here's the spawners. I've done some work. Now this type of design right here is Tangotech's design from Hermitcraft Season 4. But you put water along here and water along here, and you put signs along here, and then you put water down here, and then also you put water in here, and it prevents them from climbing. So it's a pretty good design. So I'm gonna keep it. But one thing that I know from experience is that sometimes your plans don't work out the first time, and then you gotta go back inside, light the spawner up again, over and over and over as you try things. These cave spiders are really finicky and hard to deal with, as you guys know. So what I'm gonna do, I've got 24 glowstone lamps, and I'm gonna replace. Hold on. Okay. So see where I have these torches? This one's different because the torch should be right there in the middle, but I have two right now. Here, let's fix that. I'm going to go around and do this to all these torches. And you notice there's no torches on the spawner. There's just 3 torches on each wall, and that will prevent, and also they're lined up at the same level as the spawner. And these 3 torches on each wall will prevent spawns 100%. So I'm going to go around and do that real quick, and then I'll be back. Okay, that's going to allow me to turn the lights on and off whenever I want. And I'm not very good at redstone, but I'm pretty sure I can handle hooking up these lights. So we'll see. Next thing to do is explain this cobble mess down here. So what I did is I went around and I checked both spawners. One spawner is up there, you can't see it, and then the other spawner's up there. And I went around and I figured out exactly where I could stand and still get both spawners to work. So we have all this space down here. We have this much space on this level, this much, and then it keeps going up. So the reason I did this is because I want to be able to have a room that I'm in, that no matter where I'm at in that room, I'm always activating the spider spawners. So this is a really good idea if you're playing on a server that doesn't allow any AFKing, which I'm pretty used to because I've been playing on a server for a long time that doesn't allow any AFKing. So when you do that kind of thing and you find these spawners, the best thing to do is to basically integrate all your farms and all your stuff that you do, your inventory chest room, your cow breeder, all these little things, everything that you spend time doing, you put it all right next to your spawners to where, you know, while you're doing that, you're constantly getting your XP built up. So it's not so important when you can AFK all the time. This is my own personal world, so and it's really nice. I haven't done a personal world in quite a while, so I'm really enjoying the lack of lag. The lag is pretty good. It's rare, and the pure vanilla aspect I love. So there's no plugins, nothing screwing with the mob mechanics or anything like that like they have on servers. They do things where they are basically optimizing the servers to prevent lag. So they do things to um, do that, and it changes the mob's mechanics. And that's one thing I don't like about server plugins. All right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and go up top here. Now, this isn't gonna stay. This is just a guideline for me so that I can kind of get my bearings on where to and how big to build our little base. But up here, okay, so yeah, I've carved a tunnel that should show all these. Uh-oh. Yeah, these ones are going to be trickier to do. I don't really know how, but I think we have to strongly power this block with like a repeater or something, like right here, and that'll be enough. We'll do some experimenting. This is the other spawner. So all right, well, I will put the lamps in here and then do a little bit of the redstone, and then I'll come back and kind of tell you guys what I did. Hey everybody, welcome back. I was down there doing the redstone and then I got sidetracked by a zombie villager making noises. I went on a little cave-in adventure. I found a few more diamonds and got some more levels. So let's go see what we can get here. Bane of Arthropods 4. Oh, Fortune 3. That's what I want. I really need some Unbreaking 3 as well, and Efficiency 4. Efficiency 3, or Efficiency 4, Fortune 3. That is going to work just perfect. Gumby One's pickaxe. She's a beaut. I just need to do some trading and get a mending villager and get some mending. I could go the route of an AFK fishing farm. Exuma just did one on Hermitcraft 6, which looks pretty easy to build. To me, I don't think it's cheating to use the AFK fishing farm or to AFK. It's part of the game. I personally like to trade with villagers to get the books, to get OP, and also to get a really good source of XP, and you're pretty much set. Alright, so here we are. So far I've just got this lever powering these lights. So the light is right there, and you can't just run redstone behind the light and expect it to work. It has to be strongly powered. So one way to do that is to put a repeater into a block. And you can see it will light up. Now I did these ones. I haven't done these ones yet, so let's go and try to do those. So what we want to do is put a block behind the light and then put a repeater feeding into that block, and then that'll make it strong enough to where the signal comes out, and then we just do another one and another one. Ooh, and it keeps going, so let's... Okay, now if we did it right, they should all be on. Actually, I think there's one more side to do, but let's take a look. No, it's done. So hopefully this will make it to where the spiders won't spawn 100% of the time. Well, that was some derpage. I hate fighting these spiders. It's gonna do me some good to grind them for XP, I tell ya. Well, I highly recommend that you put the lights in like this. That way, if you have to make any repairs or changes to your farm, you can just turn the lights on and off with a flick of a lever. Pretty handy. I'm gonna go ahead and do this one, and then I will come back to you. Hey, welcome back. Well, I just got done testing this place out, and I ended up getting killed. My first death. So I rebuilt this a couple of times since the last time you guys were here. And I've ran into a few problems. I'm on a 2x1 center, and I don't have enough room for the glass panes that need to go here to protect you from the spiders. So when you get spiders all the way around you, it can be quite deadly. They push you back and forth. Anyway, I've had a day to think about this. I've gone to work and come back, slept on it. And the other problem that I'm running into is that when I try to build this circular like kill chamber where you're on the inside and the spiders are on the outside, the bigger I try to make it, the farther it sticks out into this area. And it sticks out on this side too. So I've kind of smacking my head against the wall. I don't really have a solution. I think what I want to do is try to reduce this a little bit and make it just a single block that's a little lower. Maybe you're in a minecart, sitting in a minecart, and we come up through the bottom, or just on a half slab. But basically what I need to do is I need to rescale this room so that the center point is a 1 block center point in the middle. So let me do that, and I'll get right back to you. Well, after a lot of searching, I finally found a desert, and right away I found a desert temple. So let's go take a look. Always want to break that. Frostwalker 2. I don't even want that book. Ooh, we got some diamond horse armor for our horse. Nice. Gold apple, golden armor, some bones. Come on. Ooh, yes. My first enchanted gold apple. And a silk touch. Yay. Well, I couldn't have asked for much better than that. And I'm back. Well, here we are. in Gumbodia. I've been busy. This is the observation area. You can AFK here, or you can AFK over there. Let me explain how I built this. So what I did is I connected the redstone lamps to a redstone torch tower that goes up the center right here. So you can turn on and off the lights with that lever. I shifted the center of the space over. That's why the room looks like it does. So when you build this yourself, you want to start with the far edge of a 9x9 on this side, and then the far edge of the other spawner on this side, and that will determine how big your collection area is. Now I had to go one more block to make it an odd number, which if it comes out to be an even number, you also will have to do that. So this whole space is 25 by 25, and that makes a really nice central pattern for the water flow. So how you determine where to put the floor depends on a few things. You need to find which spawner is lower. This one is lower by 2 blocks. And what you want to keep in mind is that you want the spiders to fall out of the zone that they will count against the mobs that spawn for the spawner. And you also want to keep the floor as high up as possible so that you can activate both spawners. So what worked for me was to have 6 blocks between the bottom of the spawner and the floor is on the 7th block. So this will keep the spiders pretty much out of the zone, and once they go over this edge, then they definitely are out of the zone. Now this one is a little higher, so as soon as they fall, they're out of the zone. Another good thing about this design is that there are no walls for the spiders to latch onto. Okay, let me show you underneath. So what I've done is I've created like a minecart hopper collection system. It starts here and it goes around to the other side, and then it comes back and it puts the items in this chest. There's a hopper on this end, and there's a comparator here. A redstone torch powers this block, which powers this repeater, which powers this block. So when the minecart's empty, it comes along here, hits the rail, bounces, and goes back. But if there's something in the minecart, it'll trigger this comparator, turning off the torch, turning this off, stopping the cart until the items flow out of it. Then the comparator turns off, the torch turns on, the block gets hot again, and the rail gets hot and sends the cart on its way. Then the kill area is up here. There's a minecart up there. You just right click on it and you get inside. Alright, so how this works is that when you're in the minecart, you can't get hit by the spiders, or you're just low enough, you're just out of their range. But if you were to stand in the center, you would be getting hit by the spiders. So that's how I got around having the glass panes. So basically the spiders drop down, they get pushed underneath these slabs where the stairs are, and then you kill them and the XP flows down this little gap and across this trapdoor and into the person that's in the minecart. These trapdoors keep the minecart in place. So when you're inside the minecart, this is what it looks like. We can turn on the farm by turning off the lights. Who's in charge now, cave spiders? There's one flaw with this design, and that's that if you exit the minecart while there's spiders, you could potentially get hit. That's because when you exit a minecart, you jump up a little bit before you drop down. But they cannot hit me while I'm sitting in the minecart. Also, I'm getting critical hits because because I'm sitting in a minecart. So now I got a really good source of XP, and I'm going to get myself decked out with fancy armor and tools over the next couple days. Let me show you what else I got planned. Well, I've been exploring Gumbodia, and what I've come to find out is that Gumbodia is a giant continent. I have yet to find an ocean. I've been 1,500 blocks in every direction so far. Oh. Okay. Let's run for it. Well, even though it may not be the best idea, I think I can pull it off. I'm going to go ahead and build my base in the spawn chunks. This over here is a river biome. This over here is also a river biome. And there are no other lakes or oceans or rivers nearby within spawn distance. So these are perfect conditions for a drowned farm. With this in mind, and because I like my double cave spider spawner so much, I decided to go ahead and build the ultimate grind everything grinder right here. Starting next with drowns. Well, I hope you find some of that information on cave spiders and Cave Spider XP farms useful. This has been Gumby from Gumbodia. Thanks for watching.